Hello there, welcome to another episode of WordPress theme development from scratch. In the previous video, we did the page template for single.php, and in this video, we're going to do the page template for page.php, which means if you go ahead and create a page from the WordPress, how it's going to use the template to render that page. So for that, I'll go back to our WordPress example repo and make sure that you are under feature add WP scripts, and under that go to page.php and go ahead and copy that and go ahead and create in a file called page.php and paste it here, okay, inside of the root of the theme. Okay, so again, this is the template for displaying all the pages. This is the template WordPress uses to display all the pages by default. You can create like a custom page template also, but we're just going with the default one for now. Again, get header gets the header.php, get footer gets the footer.php, get sidebar gets the sidebar.php. And we loop through the posts, and this is going to look for the template paths content page. So let's make sure we have that. So I'm going to go to the content page. Okay, so we'll go to content -page. We'll copy this. And then we'll go to our template parts. Now we'll create content page. Oops. .php. Okay, paste it here. So basically what's going on here, again, similar to how we've done the content post and content, similarly we are doing for this one. So we have article, the ID of the post. This will generate the post classes, the title of the post inside an h1 tag. Then the post thumbnail is going to come using our custom function. This will render the content of the page for the page, right? Not post. Yeah. Again, page is also a type of post, but the post type is page. And then link pages for pagination. You have the get post link in case if you want to get that particular page link, and then the ID. And then over here we have the comment page template. Comments template function, which renders the comment form. So this is going to go and look for the content-page, which is this one, is going to render that. So let's go ahead and try it out. I'm going to go to the pages, and I'm going to go to the sample page and view it. So now you can see it's all coming from the that particular template, and you have the content here. You have the footer for that. You have the edit link in case if you want to edit the link. So that edit link basically is coming from here, this one. This is responsible for getting the edit post link. So if you click on that, it'll take you to the backend and you can edit that particular post. Okay. Now, so that's for the page. Let's do other templates. So what else is required? Let's see. I'm gonna go over here. Close this one. So let's do search.php, right? So I'm going to copy this. This is used in case if you have a search page and you want the users to search for a particular article on the site. So search.php, I'm going to paste that. Again, similar thing. It's going to get header, get footer, and sidebar, and it's going to loop through the posts, and it'll say search results for so-and-so, and then while I have post, the post, and all that stuff going on there, all the good stuff. Okay, and it's going to look for the content search, so make sure you have that. So template parts, content search, copy that. Template paths, content search. We are creating these custom templates so that, you know, if you want to edit any of these, we can edit from here without disturbing the other page templates. Again, similar to other content template paths we've created, it's just getting the ID, post class, title, etc. I'm going to comment this one. I don't think we have created these functions yet. No, we haven't. So I'll just comment this out. We'll deal with this later. Post thumbnail, excerpt, and the footer. Does it have? No, we don't have that yet. So I'll comment that one out as well. Okay. So that's for the search. And then I'll get the post navigation. In case if no search results are found, it's going to look for the content none, which is going to be this one. Okay. So how do we get the search form? How does the user searches it? Well, we'll go to the header.php, and below the navigation, we'll call the WordPress function called getSearchForm. This is a core function and it renders the search form. So now if I go and check over here, you can see there is a search form in the header, an inspect element, and this is the whole form rendered by that function just below the navigation. This is where you can look for the post. So I remember I had the hello world post. So I'm just going to search for hello, hit search. And now you can see it says search results for hello. And if you go to the search.php, this is the page template that's using. You can see it says search result for, and that's what it's rendering over here. And then get search query is going to render whatever you search for, which is the string here, s equals this, right? And then it's going to render whatever results it found. So that's how the search template gets rendered. And now we're going to do the archive.php. So this is for any of the category pages or the archive page. So I'm going to copy this one and then close everything first. And inside of the root, I'm going to create archive.php, paste it. Again, same thing here. I'm not going to explain too much in detail, but basically looping through. Archive title is a WordPress function which basically going to display the title of the archive page, let's say category or tags, and this will be for the description. Loop through the post, look for the post type content-post. So it's going to look for this particular template, which you already discussed about, and it's going to render the content. Then this one you already know, it renders the navigation, previous page, next page. And if it's not found, like the post is not found, then it's going to render the content none. Then get sidebar and get footer, you already know about. So now if I go over here to the dashboard, and if I go to, let's say categories, right now we don't have, we didn't generate any categories. Let's say I'm going to write a category called movies. It's created movies, and I'm going to go and assign some posts to movies. So this one update, this one update. Okay, now if I click on movies, it takes me, okay, I'll go to categories and I click on view. This is the archive page and category movies, and that's what's being coming from this particular archive.php. So WordPress follows this template hierarchy and it basically looks for if it's a category archive page, and if it finds the archive.php, then it's going to render that. You can create separate ones also, like category.php and tag.php if your tags and your categories have different layout, different styles, but otherwise you can just keep it one. Okay. Last one we're going to do is comments.php. So in case if you have like a specific design or structure for the comment form for the posts, you can write your own custom comments.php file. So I've just copied that, and I'm going to go to the root, and I'm going to create command new comments.php. Okay. Again, if post password is required, if there are comments, this is the custom template, and then get comments number, again all these WordPress functions. Then you get all of this information being rendered. Let me just show you an example. Posts, and I hope this has comments. Yeah, there it is. See, right? Leave a reply, log in as admin, comment, and all that stuff going on there, right? So actually, hello world has the comments, so I'll go for that instead. Hello. Yeah. And inspect. Okay. So see, comments area, right? Comments area, comment title, right? On thought on, one thought on, right? So this is basically file using this custom templates. You can modify it. Comments navigation, if there are more comments, you'll see the navigation, but right now we don't. So you don't have more than one comment. So that's why you're not seeing navigation. This is the list of the comments. So again, OL will be the comment list. Here we just have one comment here. And then you have if comments are open, if the user can leave a comment, then you're going to see the comment form. Otherwise, you're just going to see that the comments are closed. Okay, awesome, brilliant. So in the next video, we'll talk about the theme.json. We'll start talking about the stylings and stuff. And later on, we'll start into the Gutenberg block development, basically taking care of the core styles, how we can define that, how we can leverage the theme.json to easily define the styles, all those good stuff. Okay, see you then. Bye-bye.